Hello everyone, welcome to A and BI Hub channel. Today in this video you can explore what is Alteryx. Not only that, how can it benefit to you? Also you can explore in this video clearly. So don't miss this video. First of all, we will try to understand what is Alteryx. Alteryx is a powerful data analytics platform that enables users to perform wide range of tasks including data cleansing, data preparation, spatial analysis, report creation. It also supports predictive analytics through machine learning. Yes, exactly. We will see one by one. It can do the data prepare and then analysis and sharing and then visualization. So it means it will be useful for data cleansing and blending, and it can create the reports also by using this Alteryx, and as well as you can do the spatial analysis because it supports the geographical data, and you can do the predictive analytics because it can access the machine learning programs as well. Let's explore what is Alteryx Designer. This is the Alteryx Designer interface. Middle one you have the canvas area where you can prepare the workflows. Left side you have the configuration, and down side you have the result set window, and above is the toolbar window. Here if you observe, we have so many categorization of tools to prepare the data prepare and data cleansing and reporting as well, everything. Under each category, for example, input output category, you have the related tools. Under preparation, you have the tools related to prepare the data. Under join, you have the tools related to joining the data, and same as under reporting, you have the tools related to create the unbuild the reports and visualizations, and same like you have the spatial predictive also many tools to do your required analysis. And not only this, you have many categorizations. If you click the settings icon, and you can check and uncheck to show and hide these categorizations onto the toolbar while working. And if you click on OK, then you get all those categorized visible into the toolbar. It's based on your requirements. And please note, in this video I am going to cover only few tools and create the workflows, and I'll prepare the reports visualizations also. So do watch this video till the end to get much clarity on the Alteryx. First of all, drag the input data into the canvas, and once you dragged, left side you will get the configuration window. Click on the setup a connection. Now you can input the data from the different files, Excel files, CSV files, like that, and you can input the data from the different wide range of variety data sources, on-premise, cloud data sources. If you observe here, Oracle, Amazon, S3, so many data sources are available. And also you can input the data from the different types of servers. If you click here, you can get it. And in this video, I'm going to insert the data from Excel file, one sample file I'm taking here, and select the sheet from that Excel. Click OK. Click on the run, and now you're able to see the data in that Excel file. These are the columns and rows I have in that Excel. And right side you have a metadata option as well. If you click this metadata, you can get the metadata details of this input, particular input, what are the number of columns and types and sizes and all. And now you can drag the browse tool onto the canvas, and what it does is exactly you can get the total data profile of the particular input. Like for example of this in cell, these are the number of columns I have, right? So each and columns, how many different values and rows I have in this input. For example, if I choose particular column, is there any nulls, missing values, errors, empty spaces, and distant values? So like this data profile data you can get at the left side in the configuration window. And not only that, by using this, all the records you are going to see. For example, if you have 1 million records, those all 1 million records is getting displayed in this result set window by using this browse tool. Ideally it is not with other tools, only with browse tool only you can do this. And drag and drop the select tool onto the canvas, and just connect it with the input data. And now left side you will get the configuration window, and you can choose. Now you can choose the required columns only. For example, you don't want the cashier and store region, these things, and you can uncheck so that these columns will not be visible into your workflow. And you can change the type as well, and you can set the size as well. For example, store zip, I'm changing it to something in like this. Just consider, I'm just as a sample purpose I'm showing here. And as well as downside, you have a unknown, right? So what exactly it is like, in the input data, for example, in this Excel, in future, if you are going to add two new columns, okay, those new columns also will get populated into this workflow if you check this checkbox. If you uncheck, those two new columns are not going to add into this workflow. This is the unknown. And click the run button here. And now you can get the details. If you click this output anchor, we can call it as output anchor. And yeah, in the result set window, you have got only the columns which I have chosen above. So only these required columns will going to populate in our workflow. And by using this select tool like this, we can change the type and size. Now we will see the sample tool. Just drag and drop the sample tool onto the canvas and connect with this the previous tool. And what exactly it does, like first 10 rows, last 10 rows, and you can skip the middle row. So whatever your desired number of rows, you can get it in the output. And like this, you have a sort tool also. Exactly as we know, sort is going to do a sorting based on the selected columns. You can select the column and order you can select. And we have the filter also. Just drag and drop this filter tool onto the canvas here and connect with this previous input. And what it does exactly is left side, by seeing this window you can get it, and you can choose any column to apply the filters. For example, department I'm selecting, and equals electronics I'm giving. So like this you can create the filters and click the run button to see the output. So if you observe, we have a T and F anchors. T means true, F means false anchors. If you click the tree, and the output will be the only the electronics departments rows. And if you click the F, other than electronics, whatever the departments are there, those rows will be displayed here. So like this, you can explore these tools based on your requirement. And we have a formula tool here. I'm bringing this formula tool and connect with this previous input. And if you observe the configuration window, you got one text editor, right? And where you can write your functions and formulas and calculations and all, and you can create a new column, or as well as you can alter the existing columns as well. So here I'm going to add the new column where I would like to get the final amount after giving the 10% discount. So my calculation will be like a transaction amount minus and 10% of it, like transaction amount by 10, something like this. So my agenda is to get the final amount after giving 10% discount. So write your desired formula here in this text editor and click this run button, and in the output you can observe here, if you click this output anchor, you can get the output. See, new column has been added after giving the 10% discount, and this is the final amount. So like this, you can use the formula. And as well as data cleansing also, we have just drag and drop data cleansing. And if you observe the left side configuration window, you came to know exactly what it does. You can remove the nulls, and it can remove the like leading and trailing spaces, and punctuation symbols, modify the case, and remove null columns, whatever the data cleansing things, and you can apply. For example, in this data we observe, yeah, in the cashier column, if you observe, we have some punctuations and all. We try to remove those punctuations, and I'm modifying the case, and I'm choosing the cashier, and punctuation also I'm just removing, and just click the run, and we will see the output whether it has been removed or not. Click the output anchor again, and yeah, see the cashier column, if you observe, punctuations has gone, and it modified the case as well. Like this, you can explore all these tools under each category based on your requirement and based on your preparation and cleansing. Now we will try to explore the most important tool, which is a join tool. For this, I'm going to create new workflow. Here, if you click this plus symbol, you will get a new workflow. Under join, you can get the join tools. And first of all, we need the input. So drag and drop this input data here. And I'm going to connect with some sample Excel file here. Select the sheet and click OK. Drag and drop one more input data because we want more than one input data to join, right? So again, click OK. And this Excel has the purchase date, order amount, customer ID like this. And this Excel has the ID, name, email, and like this. Now drag and drop the join tool onto the canvas and join the left table to L, right table to R. And if you observe the configuration window, they are asking like the joining condition. Here I'm giving the customer ID, and Venn diagrams also giving like L means left outer, J means inner join, R means right outer join. And if you observe this window here, and what are the columns you are going to select, for example, from left table, what are the required columns, and from right table what are the required columns we want to flow in this workflow. And I'm unchecking id from the right table because I'm using from the left table, and show region, member status, and like this whatever the necessary columns, and you can check and uncheck based on your requirement. And now run this workflow to get the output. See, if you observe here, we have a LJR output anchors. If you click L, you will get the left outer join output, which has a 58 records. And if you click J, an inner join records output. And if you click R, only the right outer join records output, you can get it. So by like this, you can explore the join tool as well. After all these steps, and once you're done with the workflows and all, finally we want the data, right? I mean, we want to export the data, right? So for that, we have to drag and drop this output tool onto the canvas. Here in this example, I'm connecting into the left outer join, and left side, if you see the configuration window, there is a setup a connection icon, right? So just click on the setup a connection. Yes, same as input. Here also you can export your data into multiple files, and you can export your data into data sources, as you can create the tables in it. New table you can create, and you can dump this data into a new table, and as well as you can send this data, and you can publish this data into the different servers like Tableau and Power BI as well. And right now in the upcoming versions, we do have the Tableau output tools, and I don't have much configuration to explain those things, but we can output this data to tables, to files, and to servers. And the next one is in database category. And here also, if you see, we have the similar tools like formula, sample, filter, and same tool, similar tools, right? But the key difference is that when we are using these tools, the data does not move to Alteryx. Instead, all calculations and transformations are performed directly at the database, I mean data source side only. And this results in faster processing and maintains the data integrity. And it will allows you to efficiently work with large data sets without transferring the data into the Alteryx. Now let's dive into one of the most exciting topics, creating reports using Alteryx. If you're watching this video without subscribing, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and you won't miss this valuable content, and it will motivate me to keep creating more helpful videos for you. Here under reporting category, and we have table, interactive chart, layout, all these tools we will try to explore to create the reports. So first of all, we need the data, right? So go to in-out and get the input data onto the canvas, and connect with the Excel file. Here I'm connecting with the existing Excel file. Click OK and just run to see the data. So this is the data as of now I have in this Excel: order ID, company, amount, and date. And now we will try to create the report. So drag and drop this table onto the canvas. Yeah. And now click on the run. So yeah, unlike with other tools, actually here we have to view the output with using the browse tool. So for this, we have to drag and drop the browse tool onto the canvas to view the output. So just drag and drop browse tool onto the canvas, and then click the run button, and now select the browse tool and see the output. Yeah. And table got displayed here. See. And we can conditionally highlight this table as well. For that, actually we have to select this table. Here I'm choosing the amount column to conditionally highlight, create here, and I'm just giving one condition where amount greater than or equal to 30,000, and I'm going to highlight with the text color as the white, background color as the red. Close, and now run it and click the browse to see the output. See, the particular column got highlighted as per my condition. So actually, if you want to highlight entire row instead of this particular column, that also we can do. Okay. For that, again, choose this particular table object, and downside you have a create row rule. Click on this create row rule, and similar window has been executed. And same like amount greater than or equal to 30,000, whatever the condition we have given earlier, and same condition I'm giving here, and the same text color and the same background color. So close. And here, don't forget to remove the existing role. Here we have to remove this existing role, right? So I have removed this existing rule, and click the run button and choose the browse tool. And yeah, this is the output. See, so rows are getting highlighted based on our conditions. So now we can create the charts also, not only table. And for that, we have to drag and drop this interactive chart icon, interactive chart tool onto the canvas, and connect with the input data. And left side, you have a configuration chart, right? Click here. And this is the place where you can create our charts. And click on the add layer. Give some name here. And here, these are the types of chart we can create by using this all. It's bar chart, heat map, line, scatter, pie, all these charts we can create. And in this example, I'm going to click the bar chart, and x-axis, whatever the columns you want, data I'm taking, and y-axis, I'm taking amount. See our chart getting ready here. And if you don't want to see this single legend amount, and that also you can remove, go to legend and click on hide. And you can adjust the height and width also for this chart, or for this select the chart and adjust the height and width. Like this you can customize your chart, colors, size, legends, everything. You can prepare the beautiful charts by using this Alteryx. So once your chart get ready and you are satisfied with it, and you can close this window and again use the browse tool to see the output, and then click on the run and click on the browse tool. See, now our chart got ready. So this is the chart. So actually we have a table and we have a chart. What if we want both onto the same page, right? So for that we have to use the join. So go to join and bring the join tool onto the canvas, and table to left and chart to right. And here the join condition will be the join by record position. That's it. And now you can click here, and no, you have to use the browse tool, right? Drag and drop this browse tool and click on the run. See, and this is the output. Now in a same page, we got the table and we got the chart side by side, right? Beautiful. Now we can add the title to this table and chart objects as well. So for this, we have to use this report text object. Okay. So go to report and bring the report text onto the canvas. Continue to this workflow. Left side in the configuration window, select the table and provide the title, whatever the title you would like to give for this particular table visualization, table object. And here I'm just giving order amount greater than or equal to 30,000 are highlighted, right? So that is also I'm just giving as a description. And you can, like font, color, and everything, you can adjust it. And once this is ready, and again use this browse tool and click on the run button and see the output. See, now title got added into this table. And same like this, we can add the title onto the chart also. So for this, we have to drag and drop another report text. Continue to this workflow. And this time we have to select the chart object and provide the title for this chart. And you can utilize the style, color, shape, whatever icons you can utilize it, and go to in out and drag the browse tool and click on the run button and see the output. See, now table chart with the titles I have created. Okay, beautiful. Now next I would like to prepare the report header and report footer. So for this, first of all, I'm going to drag and drop this report header. Continue to this workflow. And left side in the configuration window, you have to give the report title for this report header. And in this checkbox, include the date in your report header. If you want, you can check it. And here you can use the images also. As of now, I'm using the Alteryx logo, and specify custom image by using this browse icon. And I'm using the Alteryx logo. And run the workflow. Again, use the browse tool. Don't forget to use the browse tool and see the output. If you drag slightly, yeah, report header got. ready. And same like this report footer also we will be prepared. Yeah. So report footer, actually I'm not going to change anything. Copyright text informations or include page numbers, whatever it is, and I'm just keeping like that. And I'm going to click this run button by using the browse tool again to see the output. So this time, yeah, footer also got ready. So now layout I am using. What exactly the layout is, whatever the objects we have created till now, all those objects will be aligned onto the report page, right? So for this purpose, you have to use the layout. So continue to this workflow layout and configuration window left side. If you see, there is a orientation. In our normal data visualization tools and all, we have a horizontal and vertical containers, right? To adjust these objects. We have a table object, we have a chart object. So do you want to align them horizontally or do you want to align them vertically? Or how do you, is there any breaks and all? So I'm going to choose the horizontal and layout width we can give. And as of now, yeah, I am fixing this layout width to some, yeah, 11 inches. And if you want border separator, all these things, and I'm going to separate, I'm just giving some distance between this table and chart. And I have selected the white color so that it should be transparent. And what exactly we have to select here, table and chart, these are the main visualizations I have created. So these two visualizations I'm going to create in one layout, right? So that's the reason I have checked the table and chart. And again use this browse tool and click on the run button and see the output. If you observe, header section, footer section, and one layout section, under one layout you have a table and chart combined. So the difference I'll show you. Just select the, I'm going to select the previous browse tool. So if you observe, table is separate and chart is separate, right? But in this output, if you observe, table and chart both combined in one layout. So like this, we can create the layouts. You will get much idea when you render this report. Okay. Now use this render, drag and drop this render also, continue to this workflow. On left side, if you want to export this output, export this report, and you can choose the format, like which format and all. And currently I'm going to select the choose a specific file. Yes. And some location and some name I'm giving for this author details report. And I'm going to save this report in a PDF format. So I'm choosing the PDF format, click save. And data field is mandatory here. Our data field is the layout. Now table and chart residing in this layout, right? So we have to choose this layout and choose this header and footer. For header, and for footer. Show header and footer in one page, and paper size I'm going to give as a A4. And once everything, your requirements and as per the requirement, your configuration will completed, and you just click the run button. And now go to that particular path, whether the report has been created or not. Yes, it's ready, and click on this report. See, now beautiful report got ready for us. Table and chart, and you can do formatting and all based on your requirements. This is the simple two visualizations, table and charts, I have created for you by using this Alteryx. I hope now you have a clear understanding of what is Alteryx and how you can benefit from using its reports and all. If you found this content valuable, please don't forget to share it with others so they can learn about it too. Make sure to do a like, share, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment below. And thanks for watching.